crying emojis in the chat. Oh my lord. Breaking news, folks. Desperation has sunken in to DSP Gaming. That's right. Our boy Phil has finally pulled the trigger and is in desperate mode. He's been on since 2 o'clock doing the adpocalypse, and Phil has managed $102 in tips and 1 shot. It's gotten so bad that our boy Phil has decided to pull the trigger and lower the tip goal from $100 to $50 to get smashed or to take a shot. And of course, so far he's only had 1 shot and he's desperate. He knows he's not going to have that money, especially with all the money he spent on WWE Champions last night. Phil is getting mighty desperate. And he knows he needs a good day to even get his monthly totals to an okay number. You guys know I reported it. His November numbers are just trash. His YouTube check's going to be trash. His tips and super chats are going to be low. And he needed this stream, this marathon, to do well, just so that he can get momentum or feel confident. But being the fact that he's been on for 6 hours and he's only gotten what he's gotten so far is not a good sign. Now, the Dents could rally and they could throw money his way. You know, you never know, that might happen. But so far, $102 for 6 hours for a marathon is abysmal. It is. And I think I've been saying this for a while. If you notice the trend with Phil and marathons, he was doing them so often early in the beginning of the year. He was doing like 2-3 a month. And the support just waned. Each time he kept doing it, he'd get less and less support. I mean, the beginning of the year, he was making $500-600 in tips on most marathons. And then July, August, he barely cracked 300. And then today, he's at $100 and we're 6 hours in. Now, he may pull audible and decide to go overtime because tips are slow. I think at this point, he's getting so desperate that if he cracks 200, he'll be fine with it. I think he'll be fine. He'll look at it as, well, I made 20 members and I managed to make $100 per, if this would have been a normal stream, $100, the tier 2 tip goal, which isn't bad. But even Phil knows in his heart, that's terrible for a marathon. I mean, remember back in August when he got $300 for his August marathon? And the cope that he had, the cope and the saw, where he had to spend literally 45 minutes trying to tell you that $300 was actually great and was more than what he expected. And no, it's not gloom and doom and don't panic. Remember that cope back in August? Well, can you imagine if he only makes $200 or less on this stream? What is he going to say then? He's going to tell everyone that, it's because everybody came out and supported the Thanksgiving stream. So if you include Thanksgiving plus the adpocalypse, it actually was a pretty good stream. It was a good marathon. And I'm sorry, Phil, you can't pull that nonsense. You can't combine numbers, especially you, with the mere fact that if you have a slow day, you try to tell people to make up, let's make it up on the next stream. So if this goes down as one of your slowest marathons, Phil, you got some serious problems that you really need to think about and that you need to correct. So real quick before we go, I just want to play the clip of Phil going into desperation mode.
Okay, so guys, so here's the deal. A couple quick things as we're gonna resume here. Number one, I'm gonna make a deal with all of you. All right. I'm going to make a deal with you. I'm going to reduce the amount needed to see me take a shot. Why am I doing that? Because it's 5:10. I'm here till around 8. And with only 3 hours left, I don't have to worry about, I have to be here all day on stream. It's not a big deal. The whole idea was that if I start at 10 in the morning, and people were doing, big contributions, and all of a sudden I'd take a million shots, how am I going to get through the day? Well, I'm already more than halfway through the day. And, excuse me. And I just ate. So I'm in a good spot right now. Okay? So the way I'm going to do it, every $50 raised, it'll be a shot. Okay? Right now, we have a $20 tip that came in during the food. Alright? So, The $20 tip is from Yak, who says, glad you're enjoying the food. Would you say it's a 9 out of 10 good? It's pretty darn good. I don't know, numbers wise, it's hard to rate. First of all, I usually rate food on a 5 scale when I used to rate it. I'd say, man, probably 4 or 4.5 out of 5. The only thing holding me back from giving it a full 5, number one, it definitely was a little bit skimpy on turkey, which is supposed to be 3 meats, and it was really mostly 2. And the price. The price is hefty compared to other sandwich places.
And let's remind everyone that this pig ordered the largest one and ate it all by himself. So you know that cat probably ordered a large one as well. So he bought 2 large sandwiches that can feed 4 to 6 people. Those 2 sandwiches can feed 4 to 6 people. And these 2 gluttons, these 2 pigs, ate it and probably paid about $50 for the whole order. That's probably what they paid for the delivery charges and everything. And of course he's going to use that as a way to beg and say, well guys, the meal cost me $50, $75 and I only made $122 so far in tips. So, it would be nice if I got more support. You know what Phil's going to fucking do. Nothing new in this playbook, Phil. It's the same tired ass fucking thing every fucking day. And you just repeat, your rinse and repeat over and over again. And it's just pathetic. And the main reason why I watched this pathetic show today was to see how much you got in tips, how much you got in support, to see if, the support will dip yet again from last marathon. And I wanted to see if you got desperate and how desperate you got. And you got so desperate that you're willing to drop the shot. I mean, it went from $100 tip to then $100 tip in super chat. Then it went to 100 cumulative. It doesn't matter how many people tip as long as you get to 100. And now you're dropping it to $50. Pathetic, Phil. You're the most pathetic human, alien human out there. And I love it. I love it. Me sitting here for 6 hours watching this slop, having to watch Feasting with the Pig and dub it and getting ready to post it makes it all fucking worth it. When I see clips like this and your desperation and you just being a pathetic ass person makes this all worth it. And don't worry, folks, I was busy today, taking care of business at home, putting up the tree, decorating, hanging out with the fam, and I had Phil in the background, playing while I was taking care of business. But I knew that this man was going to get super desperate, and he was going to pull a stunt like this, especially if support was slow. And that's what happened. So let's see what how much Phil manages to make by the end of this stream. He has about 2.5 hours to go. Let's see if the dents rally. Let's see if he puts out a beg tweet, which probably is next. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.